Welcome to Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. I'm Heather. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today I'm joining a collaboration called Crocktober. So it's Crocktober 25, and it's a collaboration where a bunch of creators will create some different crockpot meals. So I hope you will join me for my version of a crockpot meal. And so I'm just putting the ingredients together and we'll see. All right, so I've melted 1/4 of a tablespoon of butter, and I've got 3/4 cup of milk, and I'm just gonna slightly warm this up a tad bit. And then I'm gonna put this into my crock pot. And I've also cut up some mild peppers, some cilantro, some tomatoes and celery. I have some Bob's Red Mill starch, some pepper, some garlic seasoning, some cumin, some regular salt, some paprika, and some Italian seasoning. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sear my chicken breasts a tad before I stick them in the crock pot. So that's what I'm working on right now. You can get started some rice or some pasta to add with this dish as well for when it's finished. It'll take approximately 3 to 4 hours to cook. You'll want to keep checking your meat of choice. I'm going to be using chicken. You want to make sure that your chicken does not have any pink in the center of it whatsoever, so that you can have a safe meal. So I'm just warming this up, and then I'm going to pour it into the crock pot, and I'll show you what's next. All right, so I put the butter and milk mixture inside my crock pot currently. I have some chicken broth that I made that I'm going to add into the crock pot, a cup of it. And right now what I'm doing is I'm searing the chicken. So what searing means is just to kind of lightly brown both sides of your meat. It doesn't have to cook all the way through at this point, but once it gets into the crock pot, you'll want to make sure that it cooks completely through. So I'll want to flip these one more time to get them nice and brown and toasty. And then next I will be putting them into the crock pot and adding my seasoning and then blending that around. Actually, we can do that right now. We can go ahead and add, remember what I told you at the beginning, what's in here. We're gonna just add that in, and you'll want to whisk it around to make sure that there's no lumps. Get all the stuff out of here. And these are all the flavors that will be flavoring our chicken. And rice or pasta, if you wanted to add that on the side. You'll want to cook that separately, not in the crock pot, so it doesn't get too soft and overly cooked. So there we go. I'm going to put my crock pot on a medium heat for now. And let's go back to our chicken and see how that's going. Oh yeah, just a little nice toasty brown. You can get it a little bit more brown if you would like. And I'll bring you back and show you the rest of it. All right, so now we've got our chicken pieces lightly browned. Let's see if I can get them in here. And we're just gonna lay them on the bottom inside our crock pot. And crock pots are amazing because if you've got, you know, other things to do, outside chores, inside chores, things like that, you don't have to babysit it. You can just get it all started and going, and go about your way without having to be here to finish cooking it all. It can sit here and get all ready for you. So I'm going to take all the rest of my ingredients and I'm just going to kind of, you know, add these into my crock pot, which will give some nice, wonderful flavors. I'm turning this so that I can get a mixture. All right, let's just go like that. You can add onions, you can add anything you want, basil, stuff like that makes some good flavoring. And so what we're gonna do at this point is we're just going to let this all cook down for about 3 hours. You'll be wanting to check your chicken and make sure that it's nice and cooked through. And then you have a simple meal and you can go about your normal business for the day. So I wanted to thank Jenny from Scratch Made Kitchen for inviting me to this collaboration, and I hope that you enjoy this meal and many other crockpot meals, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. All right, so it's all finished and we're plating up, and we've got our chicken. Double make sure that there isn't any pink in the middles, and we went with a baked potato, and we're gonna sprinkle some grated cheese on the top, and voila, there it is. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to make a lovely comment, hit that thumbs up, and share out if you would. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Charlie Maxwell was able to